What's up?
Of course. Of course. You can do the intro. Go.
Aloha, everybody, and welcome to the Howl-In podcast. I am your host, DJ Inspekt.
Oh, my God. And I'm the co-host, Sleepy Howl.
And with us today, we have
I am myself, Jehzan Exclusive,
with...
G, my partner.
What up, my G?
Partner, manager. She does it all.
Yeah.
She does it all.
Yeah.
See? That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
job.
First time.
First time. Yay.
One take. Yay.
Claps
Intro
all around.
virgin. No more.
Jehzan,
Yeah,
who are you? What do you do? Let the people know.
for sure. I'm gonna go all in. My social biography is, my name is Jehzan Omoto, aka Jehzan Exclusive. I'm a third generation Filipino hip hop artist born and raised here on Oahu, Hawaii. Very happy to be here and do what I do and have the career and the growth that I am continuing to have. And I'm happy to have this conversation with you guys on this Aloha Friday. Yee!
Yeah.
The most professional biography
I
we got
told
on
you,
the
bro, she's a pro.
episode.
Yeah.
She does this.
I mean,
She's doing this.
no, because we're very laxed here. It's not like a very I wouldn't say not serious, but it's not so uppity type.
Right.
And with this
Don't
podcast,
discredit
it's
yourself, bro. You're pretty professional.
Yeah.
No, but
When
what
it
I'm
comes to the pod.
No, but what I'm saying is like it's not like everything has to be like this and it's like this. It's very lax here.
Yeah.
You know.
Camera A, camera B.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's,
Yeah, I'm literally. Let's just.
Yeah.
Just having a good time.
I
For
don't give a
sure.
damn.
Hey, like I said, it's Aloha Friday. If we
Yeah.
start pouring some shots or whatever,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
You guys like White Claw?
no, did you guys ever try cacti?
No.
Bro, I just had that for the first time
Dude, it's
before I
good.
came here. I was like, yo, this ain't bad.
It's better. I like it better than
It has
Truly's
more,
White
it has
Claw.
more of a punch.
Yeah.
It's more manly.
No, it's like it's a
No.
seltzer.
Oh, it's a seltzer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's stronger in alcohol content than like a Truly's or White Claw.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's about 2-3 of those, you start feeling good.
For
Yeah,
sure.
good thing we
for
didn't
sure.
start the podcast earlier because that was pretty lit off that one can.
Oh my! No, it's kind of strong.
Yeah.
It's stronger. I
And
think
I'm
it's
not a
stronger than beer.
drinker, So,
Ah.
anything.
In any sense of
Yeah,
alcohol.
Yeah, anything.
No, I
with
feel
I'm
you.
not really a drinker either, but 420 gang.
420
Well,
gang.
Yeah.
This is Hawaii.
Literally.
I think that's our national plant is
For real.
marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bakalolo. Yeah.
Yeah, for the
Shout out my grandpa.
for the people that
Shout
don't
out
know,
Papa for the Bakalolo.
that isn't in Hawaii. Pakalolo means weed. Just letting you guys know. No, yeah, I'm saying super professional bio. It's crazy because like I also work at like the radio station, so like everything is very
Yep.
verbatim or
Yeah.
like how you say it, but read these lines.
Yes.
Radio's dying. Though.
Hey man, come on, I still work there.
Yeah. You're
I
getting
know.
you're getting
my
the,
dad works on the radio.
You're getting the experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, hip hop artist, rapper. Do you also sing?
Yeah, actually, I would say that I don't necessarily consider myself a singer because the artists who really are like
Singers.
Selena out here,
Yeah.
you know. But I can definitely like do a little tune, and a lot of my music, especially in the last like year or two, have been a lot more melodic
Yeah.
and like singy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely.
I think that grows with the time of music and hip hop. I mean, we come from boom bap. Even before that, we come from break beats.
Yeah.
So like now in the early ages, after the early 2000s, of which club music was a thing, it's come to its own identity, in which singing is involved also with rapping. So
Yeah.
it's refreshing. It's growing. It's still evolving. It's still a young how do you say industry? Like hip hop is very young.
Definitely, yes.
We're finally getting our first grandfathers like Jay-Z
Right,
and all that.
right.
Yeah, just throw a little auto-tune on there. You're good to go. You know, auto-tune's
For
your best
real.
friend.
It's crazy because like if you do live performances and you do the auto-tune, how does that work?
No, I'm pulling up the auto-tune to the live
Right,
show.
right. I have
I'm
not
Travis Scotting
yet.
it.
No, I have not yet done a auto-tune mic live performance situation, but I have like my vocals and my hook and my
Oh,
ad
right,
libs
right, the
that
backing-
supports
the back-
me, and then like I'm a performer, so I can perform it out with the backing.
Right.
But I do want to try like a auto-tune mic.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like your own
Performance.
performance tracks.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
Very
much like
prepared.
like
needs to.
shout outs to
Yeah.
you and the battle that happened last
Hey,
week
thank
Thursday.
you.
And you won.
Yeah.
That was tight.
Yeah.
Who's the other girl that you?
My homegirl, Fire Empress Stone. Big shout out, Fire Island family, the whole gang putting on for Kanaka Maoli, brown and black people out here. They've been putting on like talent shows for
Slave Asians.
some years.
Slave Asians.
Right, for some years now. So shout out, and it was just cool that we got to come together and do that. Yeah.
No, it,
Don't be humble.
don't be humble.
You
Talk
guys
your
are
shit.
You guys are the stars of
Okay.
the night.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm kind of used to that, because people don't expect a girl to like be lit, especially a girl that looks like me or whatever, and especially
I
how
wanna
I
get into
talk
something.
in general, right? Exactly how you're talking about. Oh, I'm so surprised. I get that all the time, because you're already thinking a certain thing of me.
certain
and
way.
it's not anyone's fault. It's just your own,
Right.
Perspective.
preferences and
Yeah.
perspective. Exactly. But at the same time, it's such a blessing because it makes it more lit because people are really, really engaged. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're not just
When
my
they're like,
homeboys.
"Holy
they're not just my homegirls. Like, they're like, oh, shit. You
I-
know?
Yeah.
I think it comes with the merit too, because like you said, you are a performer, which we got to see last week
Right.
in the battle. With that, it's like the perception of women has grown in the hip hop industry, thanks to like Lil Kim, MC Light,
Oh, yeah.
Cardi B, for have you, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
How is that like for you in the hip hop industry, even until this day? I know women in the industry are more looked at, but for you in Hawaii, how was that experience for you?
It's been a trial and error a lot, in the very beginning. Of course, I've had homies like Keanu, we'll get into it, knowing him since 2015, Team Backpack stuff. And yeah, it's just been an uphill challenge, but it's come with a lot of good homies. So shout out like guys like Punahele, Rucka.
Yo, those guys are gritty.
The OGs
When,
of like, yeah.
Yeah, of hip hop, like, cause like I came in DJing for like Willie G for Southside
yeah,
Slugger,
yeah.
like that's how I met Stud,
For
which is in the
sure.
other studio.
Yeah.
But like when I met Punahele, when I met Rucka, when I met all these guys, there's like the mainstream hip hop guys,
Yes.
and then there's the grit.
Yeah.
And Punahele is like the grit of like
yeah.
hip hop because he
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
give two fucks about what he wears. He's like in fucking
He'll come in with
skate
his
shoes, shorts,
construction
yeah, like
fucking work
he's like
clothes.
let my music speak,
Who was that?
kind of thing.
Punahele.
Punahele.
Oh, Punahele.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never met him.
He's a dope dude.
Oh yeah,
He's just off,
Nahoku
like, his
award
image.
winner, long time like big dog in the local game and
yeah.
stuff, and so yeah. So I think over the years that I've spent not only in my music career but in like my own regular like professional career, going to school, being in the military, like all of that. All those years that I felt like I was being overlooked and stuff like that, it's really coming into fruition now. And I think with the evolvement of technology and like what you guys are doing with this podcast and other platforms, it's just, I kind of see it as I was ahead of my time, you know? And
yeah.
I'm just now starting to see the very,
fruits.
very new fruits of stuff. And I'm excited for it and just got to keep hustling and moving even more. So just it's like a continuous,
You've been at it so long that the universe is finally starting to
Right.
reward you.
And I'm glad.
It's
And
watching.
I'm very glad for it.
So when did you start doing music?
Yeah. So officially, long story short, I did in 2009 when I was going into my senior year of high school. I went to this like ethnic studies program for like high schoolers and early college students in the Bay Area at UC Berkeley. And so long story short, that's where I got introduced to like crumping, spoken word poetry, and like just young people that are not only about the entertainment aspect, but about like the mind and education aspect of it, learning about Malcolm X and the civil rights movement, because we learn about it in Hawaii through Kanaka Maoli movements, obviously, and of course, like my own history as a Filipino, going back to the plantations and stuff in our own history with Asians and whatever. But that was the first time that I was like immersed in it, and I was like, oh wow, like I can really vibe to this. And so long story short, I came back to Hawaii that next summer, and my cousins from church and like just my cousins in general, like my cousin Ryan, he made beats on GarageBand, and I just started spitting like my poems on there. And then for some reason, I don't know if it took like a year span, it just all of a sudden just straight turned into rapping. Like I love spoken word. I want to start doing more spoken word again. But as an MC, that's what I chose. The entertainment and the music and stuff.
Got
and
it.
So yeah.
Well, a lot of great artists, like rappers, so to say, came from spoken word. So like the Def Jam spoken, like the poetry stuff. So like even Kanye's All Falls Down was his spoken word performed on Def Jam. So coming back to that, it's like now we can see where the talent lies, where the roots, where the hard work comes from. And with things growing, like with music and the evolution of the sounds and what's new that's coming up, how is it for you in adapting from where you came from, which is lyrical miracle, where words matter, to let's just say stupid shit as long as it sounds good? Like, what is your opinion on that?
To be honest, I think that's the... You can probably attest to this too, like, by doing music so much every day and like being committed to the craft as a writer, recorder, performer, I have songs that I can do in the club. I have songs that I can perform in front of like 5-year-olds, you know.
Oh wow.
I've done club shows just like what you've seen at Hawaiian Brian's last week, and I've done like Honolulu Pride, Children's Youth Day, like just in the past like couple years and all that. And so there's like, it's so funny, and that's where I'm at. Like I feel like it's transferable, and so I don't really put myself in a box like that. I learned to do that, especially as a female artist, you know. So yeah.
I just imagine you in front of 5-year-olds being like, "Baby shark, do 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 do, my gun go do do do."
No, it does happen, dude.
It does happen.
Because like, okay, to add on to that, like, our trials, or like the people we first perform to, is our kids. So that's our testing ground. Like if our kids pick up the words and they remember, like, you know, waste my time, and they're singing or humming the melody, we're like, okay, we're
then that's it.
Kids run the world.
The youth
kids
have
run the world.
And that's it.
Because parents will do anything for their kids. You know?
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I want like 10 of them, but
For sure. For sure.
I'm 9 out of 13, bro.
So me and my girlfriend, we take care of all the kids in our family. I'm the eldest of 5 siblings, and so just Filipino style, local style, you know, everybody taking care of each other. And so I just grew up with that, and it inspires me to make more music and do what I do. Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, shout out our second and third female guests ever on the podcast.
I know.
3 female guests in a row.
Wow.
Yeah.
Girl power.
Yeah, and that's a testament, right? That's a testament to the growth. It's like we have more opportunities, more females having more representation, and then them trying to go and represent themselves, and then other homeboys finding us, and then, you know, it just spreading it out. Yeah.
It's funny because for the first 19 episodes, it's straight dicks. I'm just being honest. And it's refreshing to have like a woman's voice, and it's not just dicks all around the table.
Right.
You know,
and that's
what
the
it
thing,
is,
right?
man. Testosterone makes me like, you know, like all antsy, and it's nice having females around.
Yeah.
It's like calming.
So, like,
exactly.
Keep me level.
Guys, how do I say this? Like, I forgot where I was going with that. But anyways, like it's just genuine with me and G, you know. And I think in the age of social media, and as much as I love and use social media as a tool, I don't fully like buy into it that much. You know? Like I appreciate it as a tool for promotion and getting your stories and creativity and stuff. But for example, like, again, like live shows.
Yes.
That's how I kind of judge myself as a performer, because all this number shit can be influctuated. Instagram can die tomorrow, and what the fuck do people?
True.
Most people have.
Which is funny to hear you say, because you're very on your social media.
Right, and I am, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I appreciate it as a tool. I use it, but I learned to not get, like, emotionally... It's a struggle. Yeah. I mean, it's still a challenge, but I learned to not get emotional about that. But what I do get emotional of is, like, being passionate and in the moment when I'm in front of a crowd, because I've seen a lot of, you know, local rappers, and not just local rappers, but in my experience in different places that I've performed at, you know, people are definitely at different levels of their stuff. And for me, like, I always wanted to just be like A1 with it as far as performing, and because that's what I love. Growing up watching Tupac, watching Missy Elliott live, fucking shit. My first concert, shout out my mom, I was like 11 years old. I went to see No Doubt.
No
in
way.
like their heyday.
That was your first concert?
In their fucking day, yo.
My first concert was fucking Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, she's like gyrating on the fucking speaker.
That's not a bad...
Shout out Christina Aguilera.
That's not a bad concert.
I'm just saying, compared to No Doubt, though.
In their fucking, like, feeling hella good, I'm gonna kill.
I mean, y'all got that. I had Sugar Ray, bro.
Yo. Yeah,
Like when that song "Fly" was a thing. I was in elementary school and Sugar Ray was like performing. I was like, "Yo, this is tight to me."
Hey, at least you guys went to a concert. My concert was Filipino parties karaoke.
Karaoke. Hey, sometimes those are better than actual concerts.
True.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, yeah, but it's definitely grown. Again, I'm just like super grateful to be where I be, and like having that gratitude, I think it attracts more abundance and stuff like that. It starts mentally. And so, I'm sorry, going back to like what I've seen with local artists, to be quite frank, and this is not dissing nobody, I appreciate all my homeboys and everybody. No, like for real, I appreciate all my homies out here that are doing their thing, but I have seen a lot of artists come and go. And I've seen a lot of artists that act so lit, and they might have the numbers, they might even have the streams and the eyes on them, but then they come to a show and the whole song is like their whole, like it's like their real track in the back, and they're not really performing. Like to me, I take that shit seriously, coming from like the golden era and stuff like that. Like I want to fucking be sweating and fucking repeating after me, you know, like that's what I love as an MC. And maybe that's just my preference, but that's what I love about hip hop and stuff. It's
I think it's a skill. It's a skill for like artists to have, because I've seen a couple of shows, not in person, but like through YouTube and stuff, and big name artists, like multi-million-dollar artists. Like their energy for the show is so like down here.
No, I feel you.
I mean?
I feel you. I
And
saw.
like,
oh my god. No, go ahead.
No, and like
Were you about to drop a name?
Yeah, I'll say it after, but go ahead.
Okay.
No, but and it's like, you know, the reason you go to a show is, one, you don't listen to their sound, like their album, you know.
Yeah.
You go there for an experience, and it's a skill in itself for an artist to get up there and put on that experience.
Right.
So the sweating, the yelling, the screaming, the crowd interaction, the switch up of the songs, the melodies of the songs change.
Especially in rap,
Yeah.
hip hop, because you don't have all the, you know, the circus going on behind you, like some of these singers who like an Usher or
I mean,
Madonna would.
you know, Beyonce and Ye's shows are kind of circus.
Okay, well, they're black excellence. You know? They're black royalty.
Yeah.
No, but I understand
Why
what you're
wouldn't
saying.
they?
Like for like a smaller, or I wouldn't say smaller, but for a person who isn't as known, they won't have the production value.
Exactly.
And what else do you have but your voice?
Yeah.
So I think it's very important, like you say, and which you do, you say you take seriously, is that artists need to go up there and be like, give me 30 minutes to an hour. What can you do? I paid the ticket. What can you give me?
Right.
I'm looking for, not just, I'm not in my car listening to your album.
Yeah.
I'm here to experience you do something.
Yeah. And
You know?
people are like, oh, nah,
You're
not
speaking
today.
the truth, bro.
Like, bro, you don't think if P. Diddy, well, I'm not saying P. Diddy, like, but just the image or the icon of P. Diddy, like if P. Diddy showed up at fucking Waikiki Beach and was like, first 10 rappers who can fucking spit the hottest bars, you don't think you would fucking be there and just go? Not like, oh, no more the beat yet. Oh, no more the fucking blah, blah, whatever the fuck it is.
I
you
didn't
know?
prepare.
Okay, then.
You
So
should've
how
been
much do
ready.
you really fucking want this? Because I fucking want. It's like athletics too, right? And
Yeah.
It's
I guess coming from my
competition.
background, like playing basketball in school and stuff too, like that competitiveness and like that. Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Like it's all fun. It's all passion. You know.
Now fuck
so-
these kids, bro. That don't know. I was kidding.
For real, but
Just
it's
kidding.
kind of like, I see them. I like their song on SoundCloud. I see their video. Oh, they're lit. They got all their fucking followers and whatever, and then they come to the show and it's like, okay.
Oh yeah, what was the name you were gonna say before?
Oh, I was gonna say Ray J. Do you remember
Ray J.
when fucking Aloha Stadium, they used to do like those free concerts as part of the carnival?
Oh yeah.
And so Ray
yeah,
J
yeah.
was like this random one when I was like in middle school or something, and this was in the height of like One Wish and everything, and I swear that fool was like, I don't know. I'm not trying to whatever get sued or whatever, but I don't think he was fully there. is what
I mean,
I'm saying.
you're entitled to your opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You think
No,
he
no,
was
but
on something.
yeah. Shout out Ray J.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it's
Hey,
crazy
man,
because
he hit it first.
no. It's actually,
Respect.
no, because he came down a second time.
Yeah.
Here, I mean, he performed like 3 songs. I think he even showed up late.
Oh,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Exactly,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
So
And for me, well, I guess I can speak for myself. For me, like when I go, it takes a lot for me to go to a show. A lot. Like and when I do, I'm excited for the experience of something different from the artist. So like when they perform a new song or like they do stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, some rappers aren't meant for the stage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you make multi-millions in your room, you don't have to go on tours.
Right, you're right. You're right.
But it takes a certain special special character for an artist to wow somebody without the lights. And I feel like with you, there's like a presence that I saw last week that it's kind of like when Coda spits on a track, we talk about how it's a commanding thing. Yeah. Like with your presence, it's a commanding thing. Yeah. Like I'm not rapping to you, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
So like with some of the other guys, I mean, granted, it takes skill to triple machine gun Kelly type shit. Yeah, but in its form, like if you're not comfortable, if you're not, well equipped for that, why perform it?
Yeah. You looked very comfortable on stage that night, and a lot of others did not.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't
name drop.
We don't have to say names. I mean, I can bleep it out.
I don't even remember the name.
What was his name?
No, real talk though. And this is the cool thing. Like, I feel like the transferable energy that I have, right, is like I can have homies like you that are doing like the more poppy, I guess you can say like EDM style crowd type of thing. I can go to the boom bap homies again, like Punahele, Rucka, all those guys, and then I can do like Astro Guillotine, trap, pop type of stuff. So I think, it just depends on the kind of crowd. So. Yeah, it's just, but again, like, I love performing, like, as a kid, like, going to see, like, Black Eyed Peas live, like I said, No Doubt. My mom used to take me to the freaking, the birthday bashes out here at the Waikiki Shell and stuff, and seeing, like, Ekolu, Al Crater Boys in their, like, prime, Opihi pickers and stuff, and, like, that just really inspired me growing up, and so like I always wanted to,
by the way,
like,
the people
do
that aren't from Hawaii, those are bands.
Yeah, big time.
What she mentioned.
Big time.
Yeah.
3+, all those guys. Yeah.
So I know a lot of the times, like just like you, I miss. I like performing. I DJ, so like I miss the crowd interaction.
Yep.
But also it comes with the work of like behind the scenes, which is your music, right? So I know you have a project coming out, but let's talk about your older music first.
Sure.
In starting from when you started from, like you're saying, your friend made it off GarageBand, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a producer now? Do you have an engineer now?
Right. So to be quite honest, no. And people are always like, who makes your beats, blah, blah, blah. Again, like, I'm a girl, right? In boy culture, it's like as soon as your friend plays football, next week, most of the time, you guys are playing fucking football.
Not me.
Or whatever. I'm just saying, like,
no, I get what
male
not
culture,
us.
male culture, right? And even rap culture is very, like, testosterone based. And it's not bad or good. It's just how it was in the,
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Matty out west.
Hey.
Slanging out west.
Making
We
the
banging
cameo.
out west.
What's up, bro?
Are you guys already filming?
Yeah. You wanna say something?
And shooting?
No, you good. This
What
happens
is the
all the
Maddie
time in the
word
pod.
of the day?
I don't have to.
I mean, you can. You want?
No, do we have another mic? No.
Okay. Anyway, going back. Sorry.
I'm sorry, what was your question again?
No, like, do you have a producer? Do you have an engineer that you specifically go to?
Yeah. So recently, I started recording with our Altered State with the homie EDP Beats. And so the past like quarantine years when I really started like going in with the production, with the mixing and all that. But for the most part, I still record at home. I can record my own vocals. I know what a clean track should somewhat sound like.
Yeah.
And then so shout out to people again, like people like Bombs and stuff. He's really helped
Shout
me.
out Bombs. Shout out to the homie Bombs.
Yeah, he's done the cover art for me, mixing for me, freaking whatever. Like, he's been really helpful with that. So yeah, it's just cool. And again, like keeping it in Hawaii and seeing the music and talent that's growing and stuff and evolving. So that's where I'm at.
Well, so like, do you produce your own beats?
No,
too, or?
I don't make beats. Like I was telling Keanu earlier, sorry.
No.
I was telling him earlier, like,
Sleepy.
No government.
yeah.
No government names.
I know.
Oh shit.
Cover the mic.
Sorry, we're taking little breaks here. People come in and go.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
The studio. Anyway,
No,
continue.
yeah.
Sorry,
What the fuck was I saying?
we're not even high for this shit.
How are you making beats?
Oh
Or,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So really,
beats.
really, like I still do the YouTube thing, finding beats on there. I know the kind of sounds that I like, and I also like to challenge myself too. So it's kind of like no sweat to find like material that I want to like record on. And my partner here, like she's with me. She listens to all of my raps from the mumbling takes to the
Right.
the crispy takes and
Yeah.
stuff. And so I feel like for one thing that I've done that has really helped me become a better performer and just an overall like more professional artist is I memorize my songs before I record. For one, it's cost efficient because you're gonna have to go to a studio and pay fucking $150 whatever an hour and a leg, like
No, you ain't lying.
and like all before you get on stage and put that shit out,
Yeah.
you know. So I gotta like make sure I'm on it, and so yeah, that's how I do it. But again, I still record at home, and so that's how I get like my vibes.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
with somebody who doesn't want to waste time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, I don't mind waiting earlier, but that took time. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Understood.
you know, when you get a little bit higher, that's something that you're gonna have to like be on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. I will say this though, I am working on a project, like my first exclusively produced project with the homie EDP Beats, and also Right Now, the homie in Japan.
Wait, his name is Right Now.
I mean, that's the
No, it's just her homie right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
her
name is
homie Right Now. Oh.
No,
Wait,
his
his name
homie
is-
Right Now. The producer.
The artist name is Right
Yeah,
Now.
yeah.
That's such a sick ass name.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
so confused.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I think-
holy shit.
I think he won like the Beats like challenge or something a year or two ago. But he recently moved back to Japan. I think like last year or the year before.
Okay.
So yeah, again, like getting beats from like Bombs or whoever, and that's how I make it. Like we're not major artists, you know. We can fucking do what we want. We don't need to
Facts.
wait for anything.
Yeah.
So just make as much as you fucking can.
No, true.
Yeah.
True. Stack the catalog.
Yeah.
But like it's crazy, right? You as a smaller artist, it's pretty much whatever sticks. You
Yeah.
keep doing whatever until
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
sticks. And then when you're a bigger artist, it's like I got the money to do whatever sticks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drake does whatever. Let's use him as an example, right? Drake did whatever he could to get signed.
Yeah.
Finally
We
got
only need-
signed.
We only need 2 examples. Like Drake is one of them.
Russ is the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
it does. I think for me, I think as an artist, there is no. I mean, yeah, there has to go through quality control, but there is no like do this, do this, do this, do this,
Right,
do this.
right.
Unless it's like a business side. On a creative side, I think regardless if you're small or you're a big artist, you're gonna do whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
And right now, for a lot of us in Hawaii, it's pretty much what we're doing. We're pretty much just like, fuck. How do we get heard?
Yeah.
How do we not kill each other trying to get heard? Because
Yeah.
It's Hawaii, it's small.
That's why I
Everyone's
come
in
into
competition.
play. So
Fuck
she can do
everybody
the
can do
creative
it.
side, but I told her like, hey, get your shit together, and like if you don't like this beat, mix it with some other beat and see what that comes out. Because you can fail, but you can also keep trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Failure way to success.
Yeah.
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 And like, she sometimes have like writer's block, and I'm like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
put the first verse and the second verse from another song
Yeah, you
and
can
just combine it.
We're also at a point where you can repurpose
Yeah.
content, so
Like already released music.
yeah, or any content. Like you might have done like a freestyle, and you might like a couple lines from that particular
yeah.
freestyle, then
Yeah.
it ends up on a track
But,
somewhere.
but like
you
you're
know?
not taking songs you already released verses from already released songs and putting it out.
I have done both. I
Okay.
have reproduced like a track or two that I did a long time ago, and then I redid it on a different beat with like a different producer and engineer that made it sound a little better and different or
Yeah.
more professional.
Yeah.
And then I've also like taken off like old mixtapes and put them back on just because like,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
also quarantine, right? So like
Everyone's
whatever the fuck you
listening
can
to
put
everything out.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about freestyle,
Yeah.
let's get into the Team Backpack thing.
Okay.
How did you get introduced to that? Because I know you met Sleepy through that, right?
Right.
So how was it getting in? Like, how were you introduced? How did you get
Okay.
in? And traveling, meeting all these people.
Yeah.
What was the experience like?
Yeah. So
R.I.P. Team Backpack.
for
by the
real,
way.
and shout out Team Backpack for real. Like they really
That
was.
was fun.
I feel like they didn't see their highest that they really
the
could have
potential,
been.
yeah.
you
But I
know?
mean, they had like guests like
Yeah.
Twista.
Oh,
they had
yeah.
what's his name?
When we went, it was
Joel
actually,
Ortiz.
Yeah,
Joel,
yeah.
it
You
was
know?
Joel.
Flawless was on there
Flawless.
too.
Yeah.
Who else
That
was
year
there?
too. Flawless was on there.
Who else though? There's somebody else.
There was a lot of
lot of
really big
people.
artists.
Sci-Hi
on
the
that.
Prince.
Sci-Hi
Oh,
the
yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
The one that writes.
Jaron Benson.
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah. That year, Funk
That year-
Volume was like the featured like artist or whatever for the interview
That's
section,
great.
and so we had like Dame Ritter. I don't think Hobson was there, but I think
No.
Dizzy and Jaron Benton might have been there. Yeah. So prior to that, I went to HPU. So we had every year they have like a college talent show at Hawaii Theater though. So. Also, that experience, I feel like it prepared me. So I did that for like 2 or 3 years before Team Backpack. Like just being in front of my peers at Hawaii Theater. And Hawaii Theater is not a place where you can just like dilly-dally. Like,
Yes.
you know, we have a whole like rehearsal. Even if it just is someone fucking raving and blowing bubbles or something like that. Like it's
The
just
tree.
yeah, or like doing skate tricks to beats. Like I don't know.
But I mean, like,
that's just college life. you
like
know?
it comes down to like being as prepared as possible.
Yeah.
So when some people look at it as it's a small show. No. Treat it as such a big show
Yeah.
because it is a stepping stone for
Yeah.
the big shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if you're gonna be a fucking tree, be the best fucking tree
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And you better
Shoot
show
the
up on
shit out of
time
those
to be
Oh
a
guys.
tree.
yeah, you
know
better
what I
show
mean?
up on time. So that like prepared me. What the fuck?
I'm a fucking tree. Notice me.
Hold on. Oh, I did a minute. I just caught that in my peripheral. That's why I was like, "What the fuck is this?" No tree
Be the
does
best
that.
tree, fam.
He's a morungai tree.
He's a murunga tree. That's for the Filipinos.
Yeah.
Fucking
Fuck
jungle
yeah.
Asians. Anyway, going back. Continue. Sorry.
No.
Hawaii Theater.
What the fuck? And so yeah, so Team Backpack. So like gaining my confidence and still like doing open mics. Shout out guys, like Shango and a bunch of other guys who threw shows, back in like.
Holy shit! You said Shango?
Yeah.
Yo, he's the OG.
Yeah, for
OG.
real. So like 2015, 2016 era is when I started to do more like my college stuff. And on top of that, like I said, I was still doing spoken word at like Fresh Cafe and when they were still doing all that stuff.
Rest in peace,
UH
Fresh
like
Cafe.
spoken word
Yeah.
stuff. Just being in the college kid life and exposing myself out there. And so all of that like just built up. And so going back to Team Backpack, being fans of like Timothy De La Ghetto, Dumbfounded, the whole Asian YouTube like golden era and stuff. I guess that's kind of how I found out about Team Backpack. And then of course being a fan of like Hobson and Funk Volume in their heyday of being fucking like lit and stuff. I mean, I love Hobson and everything still too, but just Funk Volume as a unit.
Well, Hobson is he's a different sort of success. Like he lives in the U.S., but he tours everywhere else.
Exactly.
So like Europe loves him, Russia loves him.
Exactly.
Like every other country likes him, and U.S. is like very niche,
Yeah.
which I don't fucking understand.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when he does his shows, he's fucking crazy.
That sounds way more lit, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd rather have international.
Exactly.
I'd rather go
Which is why we went on
international. That's why we
tour,
went on tour.
which is that's another section. But to close the chapter on Team Backpack, it was honestly really easy. You just had to like spit some bars, very much like the 16 bar challenges on IG and TikTok today, and then whoever you have to email it or send it to, it gets sent to, and then they tell you. And honestly, though, let me just say this, like just from a business perspective and just being transparent, we had to pay like $150 or something, right, to be like. Something about
wow, I don't even remember.
we had
yeah,
to
I
pay
think
like
it was
a
100.
confirmation fee.
It was 100.
So that's just something to think about because nowadays I wouldn't necessarily pay to play, but at that part in my life where I saw that okay, the 150 would be an investment
totally
to
forgot
meet
about that.
artists,
Yeah.
meet DJs, maybe connect with like indie label execs or whoever it may be, videographers, whatever. Like I saw it as an investment. So that time it was a very good time in my life because I set up an Indiegogo campaign, like GoFundMe. And so I think my goal was only about $1,000. I needed to just cover myself for the flight and then like for the hotel. Because only like a 3-day trip to LA, which is not too bad in the spring too. And so And then I ended up like tripling the donation amount, and I was like, oh shit, like people really want to
like support
like
you.
support, and I was like, oh damn, like okay, cool. And so that really like gave me another confidence to continue going. Then Team Backpack turned into a bunch of other opportunities and stuff.
Do you remember Jazzy?
Yeah. Shout out Jazzy too. All the
she's
females.
still doing anything?
I think
Didn't
she's
she move?
based in I want to
don't
say
know.
Washington now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know particularly like personally. Yeah.
But
She was dope.
going
Yeah.
back to
She made top 12 that year.
Yeah, she did.
Hawaii represented.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, she made the top
Yeah.
12.
Oh,
or,
shit.
Or the top 6 or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it was like top 20,
Yeah.
top 12, and then
Yeah.
top
Yo, that's
6.
huge.
Yeah.
And she's from Hawaii, but she don't sound like she's from Hawaii though.
No.
Yeah.
She came from Washington, I think.
Oh.
And then she did do a lot here. And so even like meeting her before I was like really out in the local scene, like that also encouraged me. Even people like V Riv, I don't know if you guys remember V Riv. She's in Vegas now, but she's also another like LGBTQ artist from Hawaii who has gone on and moved on to like bigger and better things in Vegas and stuff. And so seeing how like the girls like that moved locally, I was like, at the same time, there's really no particular like local Asian representation. We have a lot of like the military people who put in their hip hop swag and stuff, which is dope, but I saw a lack of like female local representation, like a girl from Eva Beach or from Waipahu or from Kalihi who are like really, really spitting. So yeah.
You got to do something with Ruby Ibarra, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Shout out Ruby Ibarra for real.
She's sick.
Damn. Yeah, in fact, I'm doing something with some members of her band next week. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
What did you do with her? You opened
Yeah.
for her?
So it's a good story. In the spring of 2018, the Ethnic Studies program at UH hosted Ruby Ibarra as like their culminating event for whatever. I guess thing that they had going on, and then so they had like Punahele, Rucka, Fire Empress Stone, and then I was like, and then G was like, you should just ask her to like perform.
Yeah. I
Like
was
why not? And I was like, there's no other opportunity. If she says no, she says no, or if they don't answer, they don't answer.
I was
But
like, why are you
I need to
scared
at
of
least try
slapping
because
you?
as a hip hop artist who has opened for like Murs and Reverie and like I've met Dumbfounded and stuff like that, I've tried. There was no other time to like get put in front of an audience that was like basically just like me.
Right.
So Filipino American artist, blah blah blah. And so long story short, I DM'd her just humbly, and like rappers too also need to notice like being humble goes a long way and being professional. Like aloha, can I please open for your show? I'm a big fan. Blah blah blah. I think. Whatever,
Yeah.
and
Closed
so like
mouth
that
doesn't
goes a
get
long
fed.
way instead of
Yeah.
being like, hey,
Just in
bro, put me
general,
on.
You gotta ask.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's Hawaii culture too, because we have such a lax culture, like how you're
Yeah.
saying. So it's like everybody is lax, everyone is like, but then no, sometimes you need to like square up and be like legit.
Yes.
There's a time and place. So that's how that happened, and then that turned into such a like an awesome night. I linked up with her, and then I got to perform with her again on her actual song at UH. Later that year in the fall for another like program that was going on out there. Rock the School Bells actually. And
Yeah, that's when what's his name came on. There's a like
yeah, there was a DJ
yeah.
I think that came.
Fuck, I wanted to go
yeah,
too.
Yeah. Rock the School Bells is dope.
Shit.
I've been linked up with them this year as well. So yeah, so just keeping that like Bay Area connection as well and stuff. So that's how that happened. And then it all I guess you can say like culminated. She asked me to be on her live stream last fall during quarantine, and so I was on her like live stream, and that was like another like dope opportunity in these times especially too. So
She's great. So,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
it was
Dope.
great that you got to connect with her. So that's great. She really puts on for the Filipino.
Oh yeah. The whole beat
community
rock,
as well.
music label and everything, just everything that they're doing. I've always been fans and supporting that. Yeah.
I want to go back to like you had to pay a confirmation. So with that, I think for the most part, not every place should do it, but I think in its own right, it has its merits.
Yeah.
Oh shit. The $150, it's meager. It's like very small.
Right.
But it's like you say in the beginning of this podcast, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
150 is the confirmation of yes, I
Yes,
want this.
yes,
And a
yes.
lot of artists, like you're saying in Hawaii, it's very lax. They won't do it. They'll be like, why? I'm so and so. I'm so and so. And it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
like-
I'll
yeah.
pay the $150 so I
exactly.
can get put
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's an
Somebody
investment.
Told you, would you pay $150 to potentially meet a bunch of new artists just like you, make connections, possibly run into a
bigger
next
names,
manager?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like the network. It's very like people underestimate the networking value in this.
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks, oh, art, create, bah, if I'm dope, whatever.
Yeah.
You can have a dope ass song,
yeah.
but you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
It's who you know.
True.
It falls on deaf ears.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like it's
Yeah.
who you know in this industry,
Yeah.
and like what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yo, I'm not as well known, but here's a tip. If you guys remember Omegle, go on that shit.
Oh, the
I'm
the
telling
app?
you, the random chat app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now,
Hey.
I go on there from time to time to like see who's on there.
Yes.
You meet people who not only make music but who could be your fans.
Yeah.
Who you met?
So I met some dude. His name is like Nathan Arenas, but he was like, yeah, let's follow each other on Instagram. And then I was like, okay. And then so he gave me his Instagram, and I'm looking at it. It's like 500,000 followers,
Nice.
verified. And then he's like an actor on Netflix. And then I'm like,
Yo.
bro, is this you? And then he's like, yeah, totally didn't get the vibe that he was like some
Right.
famous dude.
Right.
Yeah. And then
Right.
he's like, yeah, dude, that's me. So I was like, dude, that's sick. And then I told him I'm from Hawaii. He's like, oh, I'm trying to come to Hawaii sometime. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, we got a studio, this
Yep.
and that. So he's like, yeah, I'll be willing to meet up. Not only that, but like at the gym, I was just in the sauna, and I met some guy who's apparently an award-winning music artist from Hawaii. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
don't sleep
That's
on the
sick.
networking game. I'm
Yeah.
not that big,
Yeah.
but you know, you gotta.
Hawaii is also so small
Yeah.
too that you know
Yeah.
you might not be connected in one way, but then this your cousin's
Thank you for coming to
auntie,
Matt's TED Talk.
blah.
You never told me this.
What?
You never told me this story.
It just happened.
Oh, just how? Okay, I was like, you holding it up,
Yeah.
God.
Nice.
Yeah, that seems like a great way to meet new fans. You know.
No, yeah, and it's like I was saying, the network, like people don't. Yeah, everyone talks about promotion, marketing, all that stuff. Yeah, that's important too. But like I said, it's who you know.
Yeah.
So if you don't go out and you don't meet these people, you don't have these interactions, genuine interactions, mind
Yes,
you,
yes.
whether it be business relationships or real
Yes.
friendships.
Yes.
Like you need to go out and see these people because, like, you honestly can't. Everyone says I do it on my. Like, a lot of people say they do it themselves. You don't. You really don't.
Yeah.
Everybody helps everybody grow in this industry.
Yeah.
Like look now, right? You're a rapper. I'm a DJ. I started a podcast. We're talking now.
Yes.
It reaches all different like
Yeah.
aspects of newer fans, potentially
Yeah.
newer fans,
Yeah.
and older fans can interact. And like he was saying with like Omegle, right? It's crazy. He met a dude that has 500,000 followers verified and is an actor,
Yeah.
which he never told me yet. But you know, I just found out today. I'm surprised. That in itself, it's very genuine.
Yes.
I would never think an actor on Netflix with 500,000 views would be on Omegle.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, Omegle's like little kids talking to each other. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like,
And a lot of dicks.
and a lot of
My
dicks.
Lord.
Oh, let's not get into that conversation.
This is him, right here.
Yo!
This is him, and look, he's got 788 following. Look.
Yo! Outside! That's
We
the
got
way.
the clout.
No, so this goes back to how you as an artist, you like to perform, you like to do shows. And mind you, I'm jealous that you have a partner like that that's constantly on
No,
your
man.
ass. You know?
Yeah.
I have to.
You got a
bruh.
sister?
I have.
She has,
I have
she has 12.
I have 7
Oh, that's
sisters.
right. Ooh.
No,
Not
but
like her.
yeah, so like you saying you love doing shows, it's such a great quality because a lot of people don't like doing shows.
Yeah.
But it's a great quality from you because you're in the forefront of shaking hands and like, you know, kissing babies, doing the governor job, you know, and it's like, oh, I'm so and so, and it's not like you're unapproachable either,
Right.
Right? I go up to you, hi, I'm Jehzan, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah. I
yeah.
do this, I do that, and I was like, oh, okay, she's mad cool. Some people are like very timid about that.
Yeah.
They're very like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm such and such. Oh, nice to meet you. And sometimes you don't even get acknowledged by some of these artists because of their egos.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, what's up? I'm like, bro,
Let
the
go
fuck
of
you
your
talking?
ego,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro.
And trust me, I'm a female artist, okay? So like already being like a girl, right? They're not gonna it's not the same approach a lot of times. So
We understand that.
we
feeling.
understand. We
You know,
understand.
we
Yeah.
embraced it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, we're like, hey, you can approach us anytime you want. It's
Yeah.
you meeting us halfway.
yes.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, it's hard for, I can speak for myself because I'm very introverted. I had to learn how to talk to people. I had to
Right.
learn how to approach people and different types of characters. And with that, it's honestly exhausting to me.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I
It
feel
is.
Like,
you.
It is.
It is.
You know what I mean? Just to, I got to be at this event. I have to do this. Oh, I have the show coming
Show
up.
face.
You have to show
Yeah.
face for
Yeah.
like a few
Put on
hours.
a face.
Put on the face.
Acting.
Yeah.
It's honestly acting.
Yeah.
But it's not, you don't try to be disingenuous.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
You're not trying to be fake.
Yeah. It's not like I'm gonna be fake to other.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're just tapping into a higher side.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just all different hats.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
And I mean, for the most part, when I met you, it was very warm. It's
Right.
a warm welcome.
Right.
And he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, I met her through Team Backpack
Yeah.
and all that. And I was like, oh, dope. He showed me your music and
Lit.
this dude dancing to your song.
Oh, dude, let's talk
Yeah.
about
Oh,
that.
yeah,
yeah.
Tristan.
Oh yeah. Shout
He's
out
dope.
Tristan. Yep.
Did he just rant? Did you know him before he?
Yeah, I think I probably saw his videos the past like year or two, but we got connected officially through the Love For It Music Fest that was put
Okay.
on by Royalty Babes. So shout out Riley and the Royalty Babes for doing that, and like people like Juju and all those guys. I think it was DJ Brutta Milk that also did
Milk?
that show. It was at it was supposed to become this huge thing like pre-quarantine. It happened in March of last year.
Is that the tour? You're just
No, it
talking
wasn't a tour. It was it was like a fest. So they had like a boat show on Friday. They had like a Pearl Ridge outside show that which I was a part of on Saturday, and then they had like another club show that Saturday or
Sick.
Sunday or something. So
Okay.
that was pretty cool. So that's how I met Tristan, because him and just some other like local dancers were like
Yeah.
one of the featured artists as well. So
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that and I was like, oh, she's popping.
yeah,
Freaking 6 songs, dude. Friday night. And
yeah,
hey.
thanks.
No,
I
that's
was
that
wanna
song is pretty
ball like
wavy.
I'm
I was
Steph
like,
Thank
Curry.
you.
I was like, goddamn.
Yeah.
It's catchy. Like
Thanks.
the first
And
time I
the
heard
dance to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
fire.
was trying to learn it, but fuck all that.
No, and
Shout
it's
out Tristan.
like I said, the level of quality of music you do too is dope. I mean, in doing so for the next project you're putting out, let's talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
You're doing an EP, an album. What was the idea?
Okay, to be honest, all right, I'm at this point where
You're,
it's
you're
like,
being recorded, so what you say
No.
is God.
I like to call things projects, honestly, because again, we're not major artists, so it doesn't have to be an album. It doesn't have to be
Yeah, you
an
can call
EP.
it a toaster.
You
if
can
want.
call it
Yeah.
whatever
This is
the
my
fuck
toaster.
you want.
Toaster?
You can call it whatever the fuck you want. So I like to say project, and then whatever I feel and the creative process will dictate what it ends up becoming. You know, because you can have all this stuff like this track is gonna be this vibe for this point in this song, blah blah blah. But then it's like it might not even fit the whole vibe of whatever compilation that you're putting together, and so. Yeah, but again, you just keep making music, and then eventually it's not gonna be about like if you have music, it's just like where to put it.
Where to
and,
slot
like,
it.
Yeah.
So your last project was Palm Trees 2?
So that was an EP that I dropped in the April of last year, and then I dropped a quarantine project, Evil Summer, which was like my first official album
Okay.
that I dropped in July of 2020. So that's that. Yeah.
Working out here, working.
Yeah. And most of those were like again like beats that I found through YouTube and a couple other homies, and then Bombs was like a big mixer for that, and then some other homies. Shout out DJ Vlintz, aka Love Sorare in Davao City, Philippines. He's also done a lot of mixing for me, and so again going on tour to the Philippines, that also flipped my whole thing. That was spring 2019, so like that flipped. Even more, just like how Team Backpack was, that was like another
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, we're going around the fucking
Eye-opening experiences,
globe.
right?
Yeah.
So what do you do about the rights to the beats that you get off of YouTube when it comes to?
I was
uploading it to
just
Spotify?
about to ask that. I was
So,
just about to ask that.
Again, like we're still upcoming artists, right? You can just lease that shit.
Right.
Until you're
Okay.
gonna get like 1,000 million
Yeah.
streams. I mean,
I'll do
a
it
nice
then.
a nice
Yeah.
20,
Let the song
30,
do its
$40 beat lease, you're good to go.
And I have her email them first,
Yeah.
and then I have her email the final draft. Of the, so
Of
at
the
least,
actual song with
so
the vocals
they see that, hey, we emailed you. Here's the product.
Yeah.
You cannot say nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
upcoming
know?
beat makers too, like they want you to rap on their songs,
Of
so I'll
course.
just like send
That's
it
what
to
they
them,
make
and then
'em
they're
for,
like,
right?
"Oh shoot, thanks." And then sometimes they'll be like, you
And
know,
they end up becoming fans.
yeah, and then sometimes they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you know what? Just keep that beat."
Yeah.
You know?
Really?
Yeah. Just like,
Shit,
and
that
I
never happened
find
for us.
I'm good at like finding like people who are kind of like at different levels of the spectrum. So of course like Kid Ocean and all that stuff. That's cool too. But then I'll go for like the what is it called? Like you know how you have the suggested videos? I'll go to like the fifth
Oh, I see.
load
Yeah.
of suggested videos, and then boom, I find like this 16-year-old kid in Switzerland or whatever.
Yo, sometimes they be the best.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I also like to take beats that only have like less than 1,000 plays.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I'll definitely go if I like the vibe. I'll pick a super catchy, lots of played beats. But then, yeah, I like to try find those too.
Have you ever experienced any legalities in
No.
doing so?
No.
None.
There was only this.
Not yet.
No.
No, that's what you want.
There was a one
I mean,
situation.
like, bad.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
say.
yeah.
I'm not gonna like say, but like it was a situation where I guess like the DJs were like couples, and then I couldn't.
bad.
It was I can't use it,
Interesting.
or like it was just a weird thing. So then I was like, nah, I might as well just not put it out because I just don't want. I just don't.
So what happened? You tried to rap over.
It was like basically like two people made a beat,
Yeah.
but they had a falling out.
Oh, so
And then
you had
so
to
one
get,
is saying it's their beat, the other is saying it's not, but I paid the other person.
Oh, okay. I see.
And
I
so
see.
I just was like, you know what? I'll just
not use it.
yeah.
I feel you. With all the work that goes into creating content and music and whatnot, do you even have the time to even listen to music anymore?
Good question.
That's a good question. I find as I get older too, right? Like I find myself like, damn, I don't really. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So the thing is for me now, I don't really know, aside from like maybe TikTok, like how are kids really listening to music? So I found out like through my work, because I work with middle schoolers, or like that middle school, high school age of youth. And so I asked them, and like they still mostly go to YouTube and SoundCloud, surprisingly. But then they'll probably find it through TikTok.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay, I see.
Yeah,
wow. Is that how?
Yeah.
Would you say that's the number one way kids are finding music
Yes.
right now?
I would say
100%.
TikTok?
Yes,
that
100%.
10 to
Oh my god.
10
100%,
to
bro.
19-year-old
What the
maybe
hell?
range.
Yeah.
10 years old to 19 years old. Probably.
Yo, they make
Whoa.
TikTok edits of
Yeah.
songs.
I mean, I knew songs blew up off of TikTok. I didn't know that was the way.
No, that's
to
the way
find
that they
music
find
now.
it.
So
So that's why I'm on TikTok. I'm just like, what's the challenge for the day?
What?
And then they're like dancing to a random song
yeah.
that I don't know about. I'm like, okay, what song is this? Type in the lyrics on Google.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard. Well, for me anyway. Because I'm a DJ, I have to stay
Yeah.
current with certain things.
Yeah.
Whether it be TikTok, whether it be Instagram, Snapchat, whatever have you. And trying to find these songs. Like DJ Khaled's album just dropped.
Yeah. Right.
So on the drive here, I'm like listening to it. I'm like, fuck, I have to listen to this whole entire album while trying to be mentally prepared for this podcast. But at the same time, it's like, yo, how do artists feel? Because
Right.
they're in the studio creating beats, writing, it takes up a lot of time that people don't understand. It's not, you don't just go into the studio, hit record, it's done.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of process that
Yeah.
also even the engineer doesn't even get talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
But he does a lot of the front work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Magic.
Yeah, he puts he
Yes.
puts the song together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get credit. You know what I mean? So
Inclusive.
sorry. He or she, they, them,
Yeah.
the whole issue.
Cis,
Yeah.
binary, blah blah blah.
No,
Yeah.
but like, a lot of it takes a lot of the time, going into creating music, and it's. I would like to understand. Do you listen to new music? Are you trying to find new music, or is it
Yeah.
just like?
I guess I'll just be honest. I guess you could say like not really, but I feel like us guys, like we're in the era where like our favorite artists from when we were teenagers are basically still making music. So
Yeah.
we're still lit
True.
off Drake. We're still lit off, whoever it may be, because
Yeah.
we've been listening to him since 2010 or 2011 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I guess if I could shout out some artists, I'm still a big fan of this artist named Russell. I talk about him a lot in interviews.
Yeah, Deep Pride.
Deep Pride, yeah.
Yeah.
My
Wow.
thing with him is he switches up his vibe and his look so much that
Yeah.
it makes it hard for me to be a fan, but I'm still
yeah,
a fan.
Yeah, I hope he sticks with what he has going on.
Yeah.
He really has come a long way. And I hope he
Especially
sticks with-
indie too.
Mhm.
Yeah, so who else am I really and like the other thing that's been like through doing like my blog and being in music in general, like the homies, like I still love like your Chunky Monkey EP
Oh my
or
god, please,
whatever.
please, Dead that right
No,
now.
no,
Bleep that out, bleep that out.
Chunky Monkey EP.
I forgot.
Chunky Monkey
And I
EP.
only remember it because I put it on my,
Oh my
blog.
God, I hate that project.
No, but what I'm saying is like seeing the homies and like
Yeah.
listening to their music and the growth, like that also, because it's like, for so long, especially living in Hawaii, right, with entertainment or media or music, it's always like we always letting the mainland fucking dictate how we want to sound when we're not in New York, we're not in LA, we're in the middle of the fucking ocean. So let's talk and rap about what the fuck is going on here. So yeah, knowing the again the homies, and I feel like even Hawaii hip hop is such a great thing. That, again, like going from guys like Astro Guillotine, Lord Jordan, all those guys with the pop trap kind of things, going
Those
all
are the
the
homies.
way, yeah,
Shout out.
all the way to like even like Young Maine and like the
Yeah.
super gangster Willie G type stuff.
That's the other homie.
You know what I'm saying? Like I still fuck with all of that in different moods, in different ways.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm trying to be on some Lil Wayne shit where I
for sure.
don't listen
for
to
sure.
nobody's stuff but my own.
Have you guys gone back during quarantine to listen to like an old album or old artist that you like in the past, or have you guys done that?
It's hard.
Russ stuff, yeah. I
Okay.
went back
Yeah,
and listened to a
yeah.
lot of his catalog.
Nice.
We went through Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, we
Oh.
did
Oh,
that.
Wait. Pre-Crossroads or Crossroads?
I don't even know.
I think we went to both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like I think to answer your question, I'm the one who listens to more of the music.
Yeah,
than I
so she's
tell
like my
her.
A&R too. Like
Yeah.
she's the one that's like,
Hey, listen to this. Listen to this Justin Bieber album.
Hey, wait,
you
what,
know?
what's your rate?
Can't tell you that. I take
the pod.
genuinity over everything.
Yeah,
You got. I don't care you real as long as you genuine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's the percentage cut then?
I get
I was just
100%.
kidding.
this is my partner, you know? So
I was
either
kidding, I
way,
was
She
kidding.
cannot be
she's getting her
Jehzan
cut.
exclusive without me.
And like
I make it exclusive.
Exactly.
And to be honest, like let me just say this since you're here and we're like all here, you know, she's the reason why I have like most of all the equipment I do, like all the time she had
She's
to
the
work.
sugar mama.
Yeah, very much. But like in a very good and respectful way. You know? She still get the sugar though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
her
man.
engineer at home.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. So she's
I'm
like,
like-
I like that bar, but like do it a different way. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Okay,
what the
okay.
fuck? What do you
It's like I
mean?
like what you said.
Tell me everything
Just do
I
it
s-
differently.
Tell me everything I do is fire.
Yeah, she's like that. Like
Artists
tell me
are
I'm
like
good. I'm
that.
like, no, you're not.
That's
Yeah.
how. Yeah. That's why. That's why.
I think that's what a lot of people need. Like they don't have it right now. Everybody gets the bro pass.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, that's just
Oh,
fire. That's just
fire.
fire." It could be trash as fuck. That's
Yeah.
just fire because he's your bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's very important to have someone who is close that
it
you cannot
real.
like. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna
Yeah,
hurt when you say,
yeah.
"Oh, it sucks."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're being honest. They're being a real,
Yes,
genuine friend.
yes,
They're being a real,
yes.
genuine person to you.
Yeah.
It's right here, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it hurts the most. Like from
You
other, if you know, from other people, right? It's like, "Oh, your shit's trash." It hurts a little bit, and you get over it.
You're like, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest.
But then
Nobody
when you
wants
hear it
to
from
hear
like,
me, man.
no, yeah, but when you come from someone that you care about,
I need
Yeah.
people like you.
I tell people here like, you're performing and you have your background vocals and all
Like
that
that's
stuff.
whack.
I was like, is this karaoke? And I walk out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not in this. I'll just wait
Yeah.
till you go on. You
Well,
know?
depending on the situation, I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
Because like there are, I think back in old rules and old things that
Yes.
you have to spit it live.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a live thing. Now it's more like let's put on a show.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know, like I'm not gonna expect fucking Young Thug to give me, you know, bars of
Yes.
bars and bars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna have the, you know, the show track to have his
Yeah.
backings and
Yeah,
all that
the
stuff. You know what I mean?
theatrics and stuff. Yeah.
Like when you go see an artist now, it's like I go to Russ, I go to JID, I go for the lyrical content,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
that like live performance.
Yes.
I go to Amigo show just to fucking drink and
Yeah.
turn up.
Yeah,
You
For
know
the
what I mean?
vibe. Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's
The vibe.
different depending on which show you go
Exactly.
to.
What's the
Yeah.
mood?
Exactly.
What's
Yeah,
the
what's the
mood
mood
of
of
the
the
day?
Exactly.
You know?
You know, if I want to go eat dinner, I go to like a Hawaiian concert thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like there's a certain way of like different perspective, like artists and stuff.
At the beach playing freaking hardcore dubstep.
Yeah, you know, I mean, teach his own. That could be dope, but teach his own. I'm just saying, like,
No, the beach calls for like.
Wait, you guys
local
really
music.
did that?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
I
That's
was
what I'm
like,
saying.
that's
Like,
dope if you guys did that.
no, a lot of EDM DJs
Yeah.
out here do dubstep at the beach.
I
It's
see.
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I see.
It's weird.
um,
Well, for me, it's weird. It's just,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's not my vibe. So, but anyway, going back. So you have a project being put out soon.
Mm-hmm.
do you have a name for it?
You have a name. You have an expected date.
No, I do not.
Okay.
But I will say I'm about like halfway done like recording, and the tracks is like already not gotta be mixed, gotta be this and that. I have like half of it good to go.
Okay.
So probably more so maybe the fall or winter. But aside from that, I drop music like every other week.
Jesus
trying
Christ.
to follow like the Rust format.
Yeah.
It's kind of more like every month, but I consider like TikTok freestyles, IG freestyle. I consider
content.
I consider that like musical content
Yeah,
as well.
100%.
So yeah, at least I'm at that maybe like almost a weekly basis, but
Okay.
actual like songs or stuff. So, and I do have a music video coming out very soon. It's been like 2 years since I've had an official music video. I've put out like visualizers for like Nightcap
Yeah.
and stuff. Just having fun with the new iPhone 12 Pro Max. This
Sponsor
year.
me.
Yeah, having fun with that, just having her record and stuff. But definitely want to go back as we do more collaborative things again in person. I want to do more videos and stuff. Yeah, so content is coming all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's not
Great,
even a
great.
issue.
So your artist name
Yeah.
is the complete artist name Jehzan Exclusive?
Yes.
Okay, where's the exclusive come
Yeah,
From
that's
her. We just had this conversation. I was kidding.
That's a good question. So it's good to explain this. So my regular name or my government name is Jesand, but how you say it and how my parents have called me is Jehzan. But
the
people
Filipino.
don't read. Yeah. People don't read my name, like my regular name, like normally. They'll say like Jehzan, Jehzan.
Yeah.
They'll do all this weird fucking
Deborah,
Yeah.
shit to
Zebra,
it.
Zebra.
So then I ever since like elementary school, I've been actually like spell. You know how teachers are like spell it how you want us to say
Right,
it,
right.
and so that's how I've been spelling my name like my
Okay.
whole life. But then I added exclusive because when I was just coming up and I was doing like Lil Wayne remixes and all
Right.
that stuff back in like 09, 2010 and stuff. You know how Lil Wayne would yell like exclusive
Yeah.
or like DJ Khaled would say like
Yeah.
I don't know whatever it
This is a
and
certified
so
exclusive.
yeah. So it started off just me saying exclusive, but then people are like, "Oh, I like it, Jehzan exclusive." I'm like, "No, it's supposed to be like the ad lib
Right,
for it,
right.
but like Jehzan exclusive, like new track or
Yeah,
whatever."
yeah.
But then so I've just stuck with it.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the Jehzan exclusive
story.
That's the story.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah, and I feel like every show, every track, every video exclusive because people don't really check for a Filipino Hawaii girl rapper. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
Right.
like just being real, you know.
Yeah.
So when they do though, hashtag Hawaii female rapper. Like when they do though, like then they'll see me.
You said
Yeah.
you wanted to go
Yeah.
into something earlier about what she said with your appearance. You wanted to brush up on that.
Oh yeah. So like for how do I say without being offensive?
No, ask away, bro.
No, just like in general, so we don't get canceled. A woman rapper is now normalized today,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Would your image as you being, this Asian American Filipino rapper from Eva in Hawaii,
Yeah,
right? The branding behind it, like you can be aggressive, you can be, calming, you can have all these little vibes about you with your music,
Yeah.
but the imagery, the branding of how
Yeah.
you look,
Yeah.
is it like, when you get Jehzan exclusive, right?
Yeah.
You get me with like the hardcore, like the how you're dressing, right?
Right.
Or and then when you go to bed, it's like, oh, I'm a girly girl. You know what I mean? Like,
Are you
so how
asking
is
if it's like different?
Is it a genuine is it genuine between both parties or is it separate?
No, it's fully gen. I'm tomboy through and through.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't like that word or whatever, but I like the term tomboy.
Wait, can you get
Yeah.
canceled for saying tomboy now?
I don't know. You can get canceled for pretty much anything.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
I'm the one who's describing myself. People were like, cancel her. Yeah. She called herself
herself a
what she
tomboy.
wanted.
No, and but like I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's come back to like a lot of people have, which is not wrong in itself. That if I'm P Diddy, right? If I'm P Diddy, I'm gonna look a certain way. It's
Yeah.
part of my brand.
Yeah.
But when I go to
Yeah.
bed, I'm like nothing like P Diddy.
Oh,
You know what I
I
mean?
see. I
So
see.
I wanted to ask if that was a genuine thing for you. Like when I'm rapping, I'm Jehzan exclusive. I wear
Right.
this, I wear that. This is who I
Yeah,
am.
yeah.
But behind closed doors, I'm like, wearing a dress or like, all
No,
this.
she's
not
just-
wearing a fucking dress.
That hat does not come off.
I am who I am.
Jehzan
However,
Exclusive.
I will say this,
Yeah.
like, again, like being a Filipino rapper girl from fucking Hawaii, right? Like, when aside from being on stage, people don't check for me as an authoritative figure. They don't check for me as a influential figure, But when I'm on stage, that's when I come in. But I'm this way all the time. I've been this way since I was like 10 years old, But it's just a matter of people catching on to it, which is why I go back to saying, like, I'm kind of like, I just feel like I'm just ahead of my time at some point. So every time, I get frustrated to where, like, I'm not on this person's radio when they're doing Hawaii hip hop and they have no female rappers on their playlist or whatever. That really fucks with me sometimes. But then I go on podcasts that are based in like Texas, Cali, New York, and they get it.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Or in the Philippines too, right? They just get it. So again, I think it's just it's the trials and tribulations of being in Hawaii music and Hawaii hip hop. But like at the end of the day, I appreciate everyone. We're so close knit too. So it's like you can say like, oh, I don't like how you dress or whatever. But then fuck it, like you're still the homie.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like we'll still go to Zippy's, we'll still record or whatever it is.
And anywhere you are, you can find 100,000 others just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just gotta
think
find them.
also with like Hawaii, I'm gonna say this. Don't cancel me. I'm gonna say this.
Fuck Hawaii, dog.
Hawaii. No,
Nah.
I kid. I just jokes, boo. Jokes. Just jokes.
no, I think in Hawaii, you know how you say you go on like podcasts for like in Texas, New York, whatever have you. I think here in Hawaii, we're kind of like them. No, I'm just kidding. But no, Hawaii is very. I'm speaking for myself, no one else.
Okay.
Hawaii is very, to me, kind of closed-minded.
Yes.
In a way where it's like, unless it's big everywhere else,
Yes. Yep.
it's not accepted.
Yes.
And it sucks because it's like we literally have if Hawaii would let us, we have a whole roster of dope ass people
Oh yeah.
here.
Oh yeah.
But we get no love
Yeah.
because it's like, well, you're not in New York. You're not
Yeah.
And
born
that's
up
the
in-
radio's
What?
fault.
Is it?
I have the insides. I have the inside. I have the inside.
Spill the
scoop.
tea, sir. Spill the tea.
Radio stations are too chicken shit to take a chance.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Because the
speaking
radio
verbatim
the
from
radio
somebody's
stations the radio stations don't own themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're slaves
That's
to
true.
another bigger thing, So,
They-
but
they pay attention to what's going on in the mainland.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they're playing. That's what we'll play. That's how they
yeah,
work.
yeah.
But guys like Ro, Daju,
IA,
yeah, they're
Yeah.
hopefully changing that. Hopefully we can be a part of that
Yeah.
as well, where like the person who told me that the radio station is too chicken shit, I told them, oh, my friends 102, 104 are playing them, and they're like, oh wow, eye-opening experience. for
yeah,
them.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
times are changing.
Shout out though, I think what was a cool, interesting thing. I did actually have like a song or two play, maybe about a year or two ago. Star 101.9 played my music, like
Oh,
at,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
at a late night like playlist type of thing. They played like 2 or 3
spin is a
tracks.
So you must have been at the radio.
And so
like,
at
whoa,
11:30 p.m. on Thursday, like
At 11.
Hey man, a spin is a spin.
no,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You know what
the
I mean?
thing is like that was cool because Star 101.9 is alternative music,
Right.
not pop.
That's why I
or
was gonna
whatever.
say 101.9.
It's just cool that they get it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you try, you fail, you get doors closed, whatever. But then the people who end up getting it, like they really get it.
More so the big
Yeah.
stations like 102, 104.
I mean,
yeah.
We'll go back. Let's go back to that. Radio station being chicken shit. Honestly, no, I want to talk about that because
Right.
it's like, okay, you should play local music. Osna brought it to my attention. He's like, you want to know why a lot of local people don't get put on? Is because if you put your song next to Drake, does it match? Does the quality match? Does the vibe match? Does all that? Because yeah, we can make music and
Yes.
it's good. It's definitely good.
Yeah.
Right? But does it match the quality of what these artists are putting out? Like, can I spin that at the club and still get that reaction? So it's hard to say that it is the radio station's fault. It's also us in quality control too. Like, if we're not reaching those qualities,
Yeah.
should we really be mad that we're not being played?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a level of expectation and humility to
Yeah.
oneself. It's like, oh, I should be put on. I've been doing music for a long time.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, but how's your quality?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or are you reaching out to the publicist or
yeah,
whoever
or
it
are you
needs
getting
to
extra
be?
help
Putting
to
in
be
the
better?
Yeah,
legwork.
you're just
Yeah.
putting it on SoundCloud and all of a sudden
Please,
they're gonna
God,
get
Yeah.
it.
God,
Like,
please
no,
hear this.
bro. Like, you gotta.
So I think it plays both sides. I would say.
I will say this though, as a rebuttal. Again, the market that we hopefully want to capitalize off of, quote unquote, right? In the near future, as far as what our goals are as musicians and stuff. That crowd is not listening to the radio.
True.
Yeah.
My kids in middle school and elementary school right now, even high school, they're not like, oh,
listening
did
to
you hear the
TikTok."
new exclusive
Yeah.
drop on 104.3? The radio has been slow in Hawaii ever since we were young, and this is no like diss to
all shots.
no, but I will say this though, because I was an intern at BAMP Project when I was in college. So we got connected to KHON. I got connected to be in those situations. I was telling you in the car earlier. And it just depends because they're not thinking like underground local indie. They're just like Travis Scott, Drake, Russ, blah blah blah, and but they don't. But again, at the same time, I feel like at the end of the day, like we probably get more views and more not saying millions of views, but we get more
get looked at.
engagement just by doing stuff like this versus like this has nothing to do with the radio station.
Yeah.
Like even radio technology, we have the internet now.
Yeah.
So radio was just a new technology at its high point, and so now we have other technology to do that.
But I mean, it's not. I would say, for radio, I'm not being biased because I work at a radio station. Okay,
Right.
I'm just being honest. It's still a great platform and tool because you have satellite radio. You have all these
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio,
app,
which
Definitely.
starting now push through catching up with technology.
Yeah.
But with that, if you get spins on the radio, right, you can't tell me it's not flattering. It's like, oh shit, the station's
Yeah.
playing
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And with that, it's still a spin. So if a radio station in anywhere, shape, or form, I don't know the whole way through it, but it still counts as a spin and a stream.
Yeah.
So extra streams, extra stuff. Like I think it's not as big as it once was,
Right.
but I still think it's a great tool for in the numbers and algorithms of things.
Right. Right.
Even if 5 people are listening to
right.
that radio station at the time your song is being played, and only one person is like, "Oh wow, I really mess with this person."
Yeah.
It's
still
all
a-
worth it.
Yeah, yeah. And I've been on homies, like I also have, aside from like the FM stations, I do have homies like in the AM circuit that
Wait,
have
what?
yeah,
Yeah.
like who have put me on. I've been on the KNDI, I've been on like all the Filipino radio stations
The
out
A-
here. So I've
okay.
been on the radio, and so I'm not gonna diss all my homies on there because they put me on. It's just those next level mainstream platforms that are like, and I expect that, I
Yeah.
don't.
At 102.
But you know what?
You already know.
No, shout
Number one
out-
station on Ireland. I'm just kidding.
It's also on my IG somewhere in like 2014. But I actually got to interview DJ Jimmy Taco, and he's gave me some like game on the business too.
Shout out
so-
Taco, man.
Yeah, yeah. So
Taco,
all
you
those
the boy.
guys too. DJ Firecracker at KNDI 1270 AM.
Wait.
Yeah.
His name is Firecracker.
Yeah, DJ Firecracker. He's my
Yo,
homie.
Is he
yeah.
Filipino?
Yes.
I figured.
Yeah, yeah. And also the home girl. Oh my God, Sunny Aloha from
yeah.
Pinoy Power Radio.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, she does like a lot of announcements for the radio. She does a lot of stuff in media in general. So yeah, shout out homegirls and homeboys like them who have put me on. So it's like I'm gonna get to where I want to go. Like we'll get to the radio. It's just you gotta keep building
Yeah.
all these other things.
I mean, it's a lot of times people misconstrue success, right? It's like, oh, you don't have $1 million, you're not successful. Oh, you don't have 1 million plays, you're not successful. Oh, you're not, whatever have you. With success, right? And I would say, for the most part, you're pretty successful in what you do. You've done things that a normal artist hasn't really done yet. Even someone who's 10 years in already.
Right.
So the thing is, a lot of people get caught up within those successes,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then they think they're big shit.
Yeah.
With
If you're
you,
10 years in and nothing's happened, you're not really in.
no,
You're not really
I
doing
agree.
anything.
But what I'm saying is, like, people think that, oh, if you didn't do it in a year, you should stop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
And that's
right.
We talked about that as
Yeah,
well. How
yeah,
people
yeah.
were like, if nothing pops off for me in 5 years, I'm out.
Yeah, that's,
You know, it's like
that's
what?
dumb for me.
This is
Yeah.
a lifestyle.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
like-
really love it.
Yeah, you don't love it at all.
And
I
it's
mean,
okay. Just acknowledge it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Just recognize we really be out here, bro.
Yeah. Just open
You're
mic.
stepping
It's
on
all
our
good.
toes.
Yeah.
just open mic it.
And
Yeah, yeah.
and it's funny because I get some people okay, this is gonna sound like shots fired. It probably is shots fired. But when I started DJing,
Yeah.
yo, I had all these other DJs like, you know, that's starting with me, and they're like, yo, it's about the music, it's about so passionate and everything. You know, and I loved it. I love it when people talk about their art and how much they really love what they do.
Right.
What happened in 3 years? I don't see y'all no more.
Mm-hmm.
I thought y'all really loved it. And I'm not saying it
Oh,
in,
we broke up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
Themselves.
Yeah, I'm
Equation.
not saying it in a way it's like I'm hating or like I'm happy that you're gone. I'm saying it's
I
like
am.
this is
I am.
Make way.
that's what I'm getting to. I'm getting to it's like the people that are really in it, and granted there could be other reasons,
Yes,
health wise and all that
yes.
stuff, but the people that are really in it, right? Like you, Sleepy, me, we don't see it as when we're successful, that's the end goal. There is no
Right.
fucking
Yeah,
end goal.
there isn't. Yeah.
Like
you're,
you
right.
just
you're gonna achieve a goal and then you're gonna make another fucking goal.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Russ
yeah.
says, you just keep blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pause.
One song puts you on, and then Rihanna dances to your song, and then you know you just keep.
Yes. Yes.
And with you, with all these successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It still sounds like, you know, there's a level of there's like confidence and cockiness,
Mm-hmm.
right? With you, people might misunderstand it as cockiness, but they don't understand that it's a level of confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Because
Confidence.
Yeah.
God damn it. Which is like how you carry yourself, how
Yeah.
you speak, talking your shit. You're not saying shit like out of nothing.
Yeah.
You actually did these things.
Yeah.
So of course you're gonna talk your shit.
Yeah.
Cockiness is like, yo, I can do this, I can do that, and nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in hindsight, that would take you even further for you as an artist because yeah, there's hot girl shit and all that shit with women, but you have this level of character that's different, and I think it's more interesting that you have, instead of following the social norm of hot girls, summer, all that stuff.
Right.
you
Y'all
have
ain't
this-
ready though.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's like
She's a
What?
what?
This has to be cut off.
Bleep that out.
I love Loco Mocos way too fucking much.
no, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? Where you're individually different.
Unique.
Yeah, you're very unique in what you do because there probably
Original.
are. Well, Young M.A. is one, but you know, there's not a lot of that.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
rarely and very seldomly you
Yes,
get that.
yes.
We
is
get
that?
all the plastic surgery girls that
Right,
rap
right,
and have
right,
like
right.
this with the nails and shit. I mean,
Right,
it's cool.
right.
It's good for the club.
Right.
But
At the same time, I think we need those because you have like artists like
Yeah.
Saweetie,
You need-
and again, like one thing that I try to tell, because I do like youth workshops and I teach and stuff, so I tell kids like you can love Megan Thee Stallion for her twerking and Cardi B for all her pole dance, like whatever it is, like it is what it is. I was watching fucking Hot in Here and I was 9.
Right.
I mean, and so these kids are growing up
Yeah.
on fucking up and up.
oh my
You
god.
need to fill all sides of the spectrum.
Yeah,
you know?
and so it's kind of like we need those girls to do that because then we have girls like her
Yes.
or girls like Rhapsody.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, even in our generation, we had Missy Elliott, Queen
Yeah.
Latifah,
Yeah.
all those girls. And I always tell my students, like, it's cool to love the image of the rapper, but do a little bit more and look at the mind of the rapper. Megan Thee Stallion is a college graduate. I think she has her master's.
A lot,
whatever.
yeah, and that's the thing too.
Yeah.
A lot of these people that listen to like Lil Jon,
Yeah.
all these people that put the imagery on of like turn up and like
Yes.
party aspect. Dude, these guys have
Yeah.
degrees.
2 Chainz got a fucking
2 Chainz. Dude, did you know 2 Chainz has a show on
Yeah,
Vice?
that's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
College
Like these
ball,
guys, these guys are like they're very socially aware to what people
Yeah.
want,
and just being
they're
versatile.
intelligent.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
So did I.
wait, what?
Lamar went to a private school.
Get the fuck out of here.
Kendrick Lamar went to a private school.
Tupac went to art school. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Tupac went to Juilliard. Like,
That's right.
Yeah.
No, but okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
that ties back into what I'm talking about, which is the imagery,
right.
the branding.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it sucks to see that kids they feed into it. They buy into it. And it's like, yo, I want to be hood too. And it's like, yo, the person that's acting hood fucking graduated from like a private school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Poonable.
yo,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's baffling to me where it's like, who's the artist? I think it was Russ. Russ is like, I will never put alcohol or drugs in my videos
Oh yeah.
because of the imagery that these kids take in. With you, like, and your content, like you were saying in the beginning of the podcast,
Yeah.
you can rap to a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
You can be at this LGBT event.
Right,
I can
right.
be at the club.
Yeah.
So which
Yeah.
is dope. And
Versatile.
it's
Yeah.
the versatility that people forget, and it's more like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
But you can't grow as an artist if
Exactly.
you don't constantly evolve to different
Yes,
sounds.
yes.
And it's not saying don't master one sound. It's saying try avenues.
Yes.
Try
Yes.
these different avenues. Try being, make an Afro beat for all I fucking care.
Right, right,
Just as
yeah.
long as you're culturally aware that you might get slack from it,
Right, right.
you know,
right.
because, I mean, I'm not gonna make a reggaeton beat
Right.
because
right.
I'm not Mexican,
Right.
but you know, I would
Fuck
get.
it, we out here making. Oh, no. When I go to I go to Tijuana, they think I'm Mexican, so
Right,
that's
right,
all I need.
right, right. And the
My
Filipinos got
co-host is
taken over by
different.
Spain for like 1,000
Oh,
years.
girl.
Yep, that's my dirty white side. No, but yeah, like, you know, my co-host over here doesn't give two fucks at what you think.
Yeah,
Me, on the other hand, I'm trying to be as safe as possible.
Hey.
But anyway, condom and all. Anything else you want to speak upon?
Oh, the tour.
Ooh.
Oh.
We didn't really
Ooh,
talk about
yes.
that. But it's
Yes.
good. We went all over.
Okay,
It's great. It's great.
Before
So
you got here, we already planned a tour in Guam.
Wait, what?
you're the manager.
Yeah.
How did I get pulled out? Yo, I'm trying to get to my show in November. What are you talking about?
Wait, so I have no idea.
Wait, what?
Going on tour and you didn't tell me.
No, it's
not. This is all
it's
new
not
news.
confirmed yet. That's why.
So yeah, let's talk
You
about.
gotta pay the
Guam.
confirmation fee.
Yeah.
No, it's not confirmed. That's why I didn't tell nobody.
Yeah, first you gotta pay the confirmation fee, bro.
Except you're chipping.
No.
Nobody can hear them.
Oh, sorry. Anyway,
You
Wait,
gotta
Matt.
pay the confirmation fee first, bro.
I did.
What?
I did. I sold
Of
my soul for this
150
shit.
Wow. Back in Guam.
Illuminati.
Back in Guam.
Well, it's not just Guam. It's like other countries.
Oh, okay, bet.
But I don't want to say nothing because nothing's confirmed.
Right, right.
You know what I
right,
mean?
Right.
No, let's talk about it right now.
Okay, what are we
So
talking about?
let's put it out into the universe. Guam.
Yeah.
You guys toured Guam before?
Yeah, so I actually met it was two homies, but the one I remember his name, Meta Sarmiento. He was
Yo,
actually
you
back
met-
then.
I went
Yeah.
to. Wait,
Yeah,
you know
I
who
was-
Meta is?
Yes.
Bro, I went to high school with him.
Yeah.
Me and him were
That's
homies.
where we
Homie.
met him.
Oh,
Yeah,
was he
yeah.
there that year?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
fuck.
one
Him
of
and
the
his friend, they were
I
holding the
totally
Guam
forgot his
flag.
other friend's
Wow.
name.
Yeah.
He was
He's
super
sick.
good too.
Yeah.
They all
Bro,
were.
I have a video of us performing at Valentine's Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still making
Shout out
music?
Manta. Yeah. He's like a full-on teacher. He's been on TED Talks and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, very good for him. I think he took more of the spoken word
Yeah.
route, but definitely still like an MC.
No, so
Yeah.
okay, it was crazy because we were in. It was senior year. He was doing poetry, slam
Yes,
poetry.
yes.
So I'm like, bro, you can apply this to rap.
Yeah.
And he goes, nah, I'm not really into the music thing. Look at what happened. He went down
yeah.
the rap rabbit hole.
Oh,
Wow.
he's freaking
He was dope
fire.
at Team
yeah.
Backpack,
And I
yeah.
still keep in contact with him. I actually already like have a scheduled or planning to schedule a conversation with him to talk about somehow going to Guam
Yeah.
in some capacity.
Okay.
Tight,
Yeah,
tight.
yeah.
So
and then,
to your question, we never went to Guam.
yeah.
Yeah, we never. It's just an idea
Okay.
because we
Mm.
like the island vibe, and
Right.
we went like
To the Philippines.
we went to
yeah.
the Philippines, a whole different vibe where
Yeah.
we went when I took her to my barangay in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So in my barangay, think of North Shore, and boom, that's just the countryside.
wow.
Country like
Mhm.
in the cut, yo.
Yeah, like no
fucking-
running water. We're pumping water.
Seriously.
Do you have a well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we have a
seriously.
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that was like the trip that inspired us to start thinking like, oh, maybe we really can just like pull up and tour in the Philippines somehow,
Yeah.
and we did. Yeah.
That's tight.
So the idea for the Davao tour was, I was on the toilet.
Yeah.
and
Like
I
most
was
good
like,
ideas happen.
Like ideas just like come up to in my head. I'm like, what the hell are we thinking of doing a island tour? Like, that's gonna be expensive. Let's expand our US dollar and see how like other currency will do for us. And then boom, I was like, we have connect to the Philippines. Why not? You know, and the radio station
KTUH.
KNDI.
KNDI. I didn't even know that my family owned that radio station. I was like,
wow.
Wait.
I was like, what the heck?
Your family owns that station?
Shout out to the
KNDI. Yeah, it's
KNDI.
literally like if you look at the sign, it says KNDI, like Filipino radio. Malabed family.
Yeah.
Like, that's the...
And I was like...
And that's
what
who
the
her
fuck?
family is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And I told my mom...
Can you get us a slot? I
No,
was kidding.
no, real talk.
I was
We
kidding.
can get on there anytime you guys want. We
anytime
just
we
gotta...
want.
Yeah.
We're just talking shit about radio.
Hey, but look...
Hey, I take back I retract everything I said about the radio.
AM is a little different. AM got the talk shows, got the opinion shows. You know, it's not really like that on the FM side or the...
No,
know.
yeah.
So the AM, though...
But it was good
AM
promo.
is where it's at.
Yeah, and KTOH too. Shout out Bone putting me on there a lot of times.
Shout out Mark Nato
all
too.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the idea. And we had Jehzan's friend from the military that became our best friend. She moved back down there in
So
Davao.
she's from Davao.
Yeah.
Davao, just for context, Davao is a southern city in the Mindanao region of the Philippines.
Bro,
So
that's hood.
a lot of times people
That's
think the
hood.
Philippines is just Ilocano, which is like the Hawaii. That's just how a lot of people in Hawaii come from, like the Ilocano northern side, countryside. And then, of course, we have the Manila city kind Filipinos, I guess, that come out here or go to the mainland usually.
That's like, what, Quezon City, all that stuff.
Yeah, but
Manila.
Mindanao is a Visayan speaking part. And honestly, the way I describe it, Mindanao is like Texas. Like, they identify with the Philippines, but they're kind of like their own thing. Like,
Yeah, it's like, you know, Texas has this pride, like, don't tread on Texas.
Exactly.
We're Texas.
Mindanao is the same way.
I know. It's very hood out there every time I go there.
Yeah, it was. And
Even Baguio. Fuck.
Yeah.
just being able to do it. So that's how I did. We just did it on our own, just did our own research, like freaking Special Victims Unit, putting the map out, and like just doing it. And honestly, in this day and age, it's not that hard. Like,
No, I think that's important. I think it's important to, like, have a visualizer because it's like, you can talk about it all day. With the visualizer, it helps push the idea forward. It's like, okay, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this. And it, like, pushes the plan to fruition, right?
Yeah.
So, like, when you sat down on the toilet, like, I wonder if we can go to the Philippines. And then actually putting the
I
site.
wonder if we can go to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Flush.
No, my idea was like, I'm not trying to have her be just Hawaii known or nationally known. Like, fuck that. We have the whole world.
Yes.
Yes.
So why don't we just start internationally because we're international.
And
Trying to have
truthfully,
fans in Vanuatu.
Yeah.
Hawaii was illegally overthrown.
Yeah.
The Kingdom of Hawaii was illegally overthrown. We're on stolen land. We're all settlers on stolen land. And I'm not trying to say I'm trying to go all college with it, but that's what it is.
No, it is.
So
College with
technically,
it.
technically,
College
Hawaii is not even really part of the U.S. anyway, and we're not even recognized it in a general sense anyway.
Yeah,
so fuck
everyone
that.
thinks we're still wearing grass skirts
yeah,
and shit.
fuck that. We'll
Yeah.
fucking go then. We'll go all around.
But everyone wants to come vacation over here. Fuck y'all, bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. If I see one more freaking like white fucking couple in those mini convertibles.
Oh my god.
In fucking middle of Kalihi, bro, and they're like,
First off, okay.
I'm like, what
Take a
Wait,
picture.
are you
wait.
doing here?
"We're gonna go to Helena's."
A native.
First,
Pull
okay,
out
wait,
the
wait.
Polaroid camera.
It full disclaimer. We're kidding.
Yeah.
We love y'all to come here.
Yeah.
It's aloha out here.
Hey, my family works in the fucking custodian, fucking hotel, fucking shit. So they need their tips.
Yeah.
You know what
they
I'm
clean
saying?
that bitch just for you.
But shit.
Sanitize.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This turned into a whole thing. Oh, we like white people. Anyway, going back. So yeah, so what is expected from the tour? When do you plan on putting that into action?
No, well, again, like still brainstorming. I'm actually brainstorming a lot more live shows and live stream shows the rest of the year. Whatever happens as far as how quarantine and the pandemic goes. I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm actually more confident to travel. It's just a matter like most of the places that we would normally go, like LA or Vegas or something, is like, whoa, I'm not trying to go there right now. But on top of that, I think there's a lot of opportunity. So like that Hawaiian Brian show too. Even the show I did before that with Curbside and Volcanic Voices at Next Door, which is another styled battle situation. So shout out Astro Guillotine and everybody. But anyways, like. I feel like the demand has grown too, because I was doing shows at Crossroad where there was like 50 people in there.
Yo, sometimes Crossroad be crazy though.
Yeah, exactly. And so now I see like, wow, the demand for even just local music, because we don't have to compete with Russ coming yet. We don't need to compete with Bruno Mars coming yet. And so now you could potentially, and these venues need bookings, right? Because they're also going under, right? And so you could potentially book, I'm not saying this is actual truth, but I'm just saying, like, positively thinking, you could eventually do a headlining show, just Hawaii hip hop at the Republic. I think it can happen in this pandemic.
If Republic's still open.
Right.
Yeah,
Even like Hawaiian Brian's, like that was a decent amount of people for, especially even before quarantine, you know. So yeah, but anyways, that tour in the Philippines taught us a lot. Basically, we just did like about 6 months of research. I hit up like promoters, DJs, and we chose a specific city because our friend lives there. And so Davao is very much like Honolulu, where like the person at the radio station is also the DJ for Next Door, who is also the playlist curator who has a podcast.
That's
or
literally
whatever,
me.
you know. So
That's this guy.
That's literally me.
Exactly. It's like that. And so once I started plugging that in, and then I was telling how too, like the kind in Filipino culture, like they might not really book you just through online interaction. But I know if I get like 3 or 4 shows from them seeing me, again, you guys know my live show situation and energy. So like, boom, it's like, oh, come to our party tomorrow or come to another show right now after this. And so that's happened. So I went from only booking like 3 or 4 shows to doing almost like 8 or 9
Oh, wow.
shows. Yeah.
Oh, you originally had 3 or 4 shows.
Yeah, 3 or
planned.
4 shows. If
And
you
then
look at my announcement, it was only like 3 or 4 shows. And on top of that, I like did more like research where I linked up. I did a project to fundraise for that, and then I did a project there. Both those projects were Davao-based artists that I work with, producers,
Very good.
artwork,
Oh,
and
dope.
stuff. So just trying to put it all together and making it happen. So that's that.
That's awesome.
And the food is fucking amazing.
Yeah, and like just business-wise too, like it makes more sense to go there than
Of course.
if you were gonna spend $1,000 in LA. That's what, a day and a half.
Yeah.
Like,
It's pretty much nothing.
a day
Yeah.
or whatever.
Not
half
even a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you take $1,000 to the Philippines and you plan it,
Oh, that's
right,
royalty.
Yo,
Hey, bro, what event would you go to and you're a headliner and they give you a free lechon?
yeah,
Ooh, what is
the
that?
whole
You know,
thing.
lechon is the
Pig.
pig? Bro,
Yeah.
it's
Sounds amazing.
with Monk Tomas sauce, dog.
yeah.
I'm telling you,
had, like-
Philippines
Yeah,
has
yeah.
next level food, dog. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Another thing that was crazy about going on tour is like, it's crazy that how in Hawaii, this is not dogging anybody because I know everyone's trying to hustle.
No,
and
it's shots
get it.
fired. We told you already.
But like, we don't always get paid as artists
Yeah.
Yeah.
out here.
Yes.
You know, I'm still at a point where like, fuck, like, but then I don't want to charge you guys because you guys the home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like that thing, right?
See, it's hard because of the mentality we grew up here with.
Yes.
Like, it's like, yeah, you're the friend. I should do the favor. But
Yeah.
we shouldn't think like that. We should
Yeah.
think like, yo, okay,
It's business.
I'm hiring you. Here's $500.
Yeah.
I'm hiring you.
Yeah.
Here's $100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has to be a business, and we need to. There's a fine line between, you know, you're the homie
Yeah.
versus, yo, I'm trying to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. So
'Cause,
I
like,
mean, yeah.
If it's like a bigger show, of course, like if and I can find time for you, of course I'm gonna be like, yo, get in, right?
Right.
But if it's a smaller show, it's like, bro, you know, I'm trying to get in, blah blah blah. I'm not
Right,
gonna charge
right.
you for it, like,
Right.
you know, it's time and place, situation based.
Yes.
So, I guess it comes back to like for you guys, right? Me, this is why I can't put on shows because I don't have the money for it.
Right.
But if
right.
I was to ask artists to perform at my own show,
Yeah.
I feel obligated to pay.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even though they're like, nah, don't
You're
worry.
paying for their time.
Yeah.
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 Like, and it's not like I asked you. I'm not asking you for like a fill slot. I'm asking you because I know you're gonna put on
Yeah.
a show.
Yeah.
So I give that level of respect where it's like, okay, you're performing for like 15 minutes. Here's 100. You're
Right.
performing a DJ. You're performing for an hour. Here's 150. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're paying for these people's talent.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I hate. It's good and it's bad in the way they use it, but I hate this whole it's good exposure for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I fucking hate that word.
Yeah.
Now it's different if you had hundreds of thousands of people, then it's good exposure for you.
Yes.
You're playing at a fucking local nightclub. What do you mean it's good exposure for you? The fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
that's where it's at. And so it was interesting going on tour and using like that Hawaii or like Phil Am angle. It was like no problem to get paid, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was
That's awesome.
and it's so strange. Then I come back here and it's like, can you do Hawaiian Brian's, but it's free.
Yeah.
And again, I love the homies that put on shows out here, and I understand where we're all coming from.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a matter of, So I guess but again, it just pushes me more to like get to the state where I can. You know what? Fuck it, $500. I don't want to like. I don't know. That's just like I don't want to have that broke mentality where it's like, oh, I cannot pay fucking $500. Like, what the fuck? I'm almost 30 years old. I should be able to fucking.
And it's investing in yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You don't have $500.
People
You're
are
not
gonna
worth $500.
People won't
Jeez.
spend $500 for the music, but they'll spend $500 on fucking shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like no hesitation.
Yeah.
Or like-
$500 Louis Vuitton bag. Yes.
Yeah.
Like when people don't want to pay $20 to get in the club, but they just bought a Tesla. or whatever. Or any car.
And that's why local artists at the same time got to put on though.
Yes.
Because when you come to my
Yes.
show, fuck, bro, like it's gonna be what it is, you know. And so, I guess the point where I'm at now is like I'm trying to see how can I translate the genuine connections that I have with the live shows. Because just to give you guys context, from 2017 to like early 2020, I was performing like basically every weekend, sometimes
Dope.
twice a weekend,
That's
you know.
dope.
And then in 2016, the year after Team Backpack, I also toured Maui. Like I did like 2 shows out there. Like people don't really remember that I did that as well. And then I also ran kind of like a show with some homies in the Big Island too. That happened, I think, the same year or the year after that as well. So been doing this a lot, and now I'm at a point where it's like now I do have to start thinking about what my value is. You know, because it's like, I get it. We're all here, and I'm humble, you know, as much as I can be in whatever setting we're at. But
It's hard
it's
to
like,
stay humble in hip hop.
yeah, you got. But then at the same time, we need to eat, we need to grow, and we have bigger goals. So, but that's why Bruno Mars sadly had to go.
Yeah.
You know, that's why all these people have to go. And as much as I want to say keep it Hawaii, Hawaii's always gonna be home. I'm always gonna be down to teach the youth and be in that aspect. But like trying to make it and perform week after week out here, it's.
The ROI isn't worth it.
Right. You need to leave Hawaii so you can bring it back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But because quarantine, right? We got live streams, so again, I don't have to leave to record a podcast in Texas anymore.
Yeah.
I'm doing a show with some Bay Area artists on a live stream through Zoom next week, and I don't have to. I don't have to go to LA or Bay Area, you know. So again, there's a lot of opportunities to connect. Yeah.
I mean, it's great that we have the technology, but to be able to be there in person is different. It's a whole different magic.
Exactly.
Because like, you get to interact like physically with these hosts.
Feed off the
Yeah, you feed off the energy of the room, which is like why I. Don't get me wrong, I like live streaming. I really do.
Yeah.
But for what I do, I'd rather be in front of people.
Definitely.
You
Definitely.
know, like as artists, like entertainment artists, you rather be with the energies of other people. As introverted as I am, I still have to feed off the energy of other people. I still have to,
Yeah.
because it's kind of like if you're rapping live stream from home, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like talking to a fucking wall.
Yes. Yes.
And
I
then the
feel you.
delay in the chat is like, you like spit some dope bar. You have to wait like 15 seconds to say, "Yo, that's fucking dope," and you're like, "Shit." Yeah, you know what I mean? I get it. There's some level of skill to that as well.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, there's like you, there's nothing like being there in person, regardless if it's a podcast, an interview, a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, what else did we not talk about? That's about it, right?
Yeah, I think that was a good mix. Unless you guys have any like last questions. I do want to shout out our label, Skylex Records. It's
Skylex
me and
Records.
G. You know, we're still very much under construction. I'm like the artist and CEO, and so is she. And she doesn't say this, but she actually has like tagging abilities. And
Okay.
so,
Wait, you can
like,
bomb?
I stopped, but I do
My
it
Kalihi
some-
girl, you know, fucking.
Time to
Kalihi
time.
girl.
Yeah,
I need a new
she-
logo. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so she does a lot as far as like how you were saying, like that like quality control,
Yeah.
A&R type of stuff. So she really helps me with
Okay.
that. Shout out my blog OTD Hip Hop, which is, I started. Actually, I started it at Team Backpack
Oh,
because
really?
when I went to Team Backpack, I was like, there was so many freestyles aside from the main event, right? There was so many ciphers going on
Right.
the street. It was almost like hip hop overload. Like Small Kind had like
Yeah.
what is that called? Like culture shock.
I felt the same exact way. That was
Yeah.
my first like
Cause then like
event
you just pull up to
outside
the
of
line
Hawaii.
and they're like,
yeah.
freestyle.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I'm a like local artist from fucking Seattle or whatever, and then they're just like
Going
da, da,
off.
da, and they're just trying to record, and so again that made me see, and so I was like, wow, I raised like triple the money I needed, right? So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, let me get my own website, let me do all this,
Awesome.
let me get it situated,
Mm-hmm.
and so OTD Hip Hop came a thing, and then recently, in this quarantine year, I just started my podcast. So it's basically the same content I've been doing on OTD Hip Hop, but I think I finally found the quickest and easiest and most digestible for my audience
Right.
by doing a podcast, just strictly from my phone,
Like
on
audio
Anchor.
form.
Yeah, on Anchor app. It's really easy. I got myself, and then my other homie like did like a contest where I won like $100 or $200 for Sweetwater.com,
Oh, wow.
and then I got myself like a phone mic, and I'm like,
sick.
yo,
Dope.
we're
Dope.
freaking good to go,
Yeah.
yo. So I just talk about what we're talking about in just different parts.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sorry, you
Yeah.
said Skylights Records.
Skylex.
Skylex? Like
Skylex.
Skylex. SKYLEX.
Like Lexus.
K-Y.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
L-E-X.
Yeah.
Why Skylex?
So long story short, it's actually our kids' names. Me and G, we don't have kids of our own, but I think people know from our social media and just our close friends know. We've been taking care of like my siblings and her nieces and nephews for ever since we've basically been dating, and so we're definitely like motherly auntie figures
Yeah.
in these kids' lives. And so Skylex is basically our two firstborn, like our two eldest
Sky
girls
and Lex.
Skylar and
And
Alexis.
Alexis.
Oh,
And
okay.
so
Yeah.
I don't even know how we came up with it, but it just kind of stuck,
That's cool.
you know?
Skylex.
Skylex.
Yeah, Skylex
I think
Records.
it's like a flying car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my
We
license
were
plate.
doing media too.
Lexus, yeah.
We were doing like photography and video as well. It was called
Yeah.
Third Eye Films, but during quarantine we decided to kind of squash that or like just table that idea
Yeah.
for now so that we could focus just on my music and my blog because that's what I'm really passionate about.
And
So-
we're not traveling, so.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So now it's OTD Hip Hop, Skylights Records, Jehzan Exclusive. All my music is on all streaming platforms. I got YouTube, all the social medias. You guys can find that all on there. And then my website, jehzanexclusive.com.
TikTok.
On TikTok as well.
We'll have
plug all
all-
those.
We'll have
Yeah.
all her socials.
Can I do
in the
shout outs
description.
then?
Yeah, go
Just
for it,
making
go for
sure.
it.
Shout out Rock the School Bells because that was the program that I actually I was working with the Hawaii chapter. Let me backtrack. Rock the School Bells is a hip hop education platform for middle school
Which
and
is
high
so
school.
dope.
Yeah,
They're
they're
so
based
dope.
in the Bay Area. But I've been part of the Hawaii chapter as far as like helping out as a teaching artist since 2017. But this year, I actually got to go on the main Rock the School Bells based in Bay Area.
Dope,
Because of the
dope.
pandemic, we
Very cool.
changed it to like a virtual national thing versus like just the cities.
They had a battle too
Yeah,
recently.
and I won that battle.
Yeah.
So
Oh, nice.
I won the virtual TikTok MC battle, and then so it was funny. Right before not the Hawaiian Brine show, but the show before that. Right before I went on, I found out I won, so I was like so turned and so lit.
So it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna steal this show
yeah,
too.
Yeah. And I have a video workshop on there for the kids. It's called Invest in Yourself. It's a hip hop lesson on financial literacy
Dope.
because I think of all the things when we talk about marketing and promoting and getting and blowing up, like all that, right? All that is worth nothing if you don't take care of your fucking finances.
Yep.
There's some people who want to go NFL, NBA, all of that, and they don't know how to fucking handle their
Their money.
and then you're fucking done.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, look what happened to what's his name? Who's that fucking artist's name? MC Hammer.
Right,
You
right.
know, he didn't know how to take care of his finances.
Yeah,
He went back.
and we see it time and time again, and I'm so tired of like, oh, this label played me. Oh, this fucking person. It's like, yeah, well, you should know.
It's like
You're
100 million isn't really 100 million. Let's be honest.
You need to know your money. And so that's shout out to my mom. She's been in the local finance industry for a while now, and so she puts me on game for all of that. So yeah, so financial literacy. If anybody wants to book me for shows or for like youth workshops or whatever, like I'm totally open to do that. So again, if you guys find me on my social media and my my website and everything, it's all on there.
Dope.
Yeah.
We'll bring Banana Lumpia.
Yeah.
Or you can just do it just cause, you know.
Yeah, no, we do that. We just bring.
For real, you guys have right now?
Oh well.
Oh, God
we
damn
can
it.
tell family.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
throw the trouble.
When you come to the next show, we'll have.
What about you guys? Are you guys planning a show or any live stream stuff? I know you guys said you had something after. This,
Oh no.
right?
Well, with me,
Yeah.
I closed all my obligations after
Bet.
Saturday
Bet.
because I have a world competition coming up. So
A
I need
what?
a world competition.
What is that?
Huh?
I'm sorry. What is that?
DJ world competition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bet.
So I'm putting in. It's in
Yes.
September.
Yes.
It's a long ways away, but I need the time to
Yeah.
like prep.
Yeah.
You got to.
It's 6 fucking minutes.
Wow.
6 minutes. That's not long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it feels like an eternity
Yeah, yeah,
performing
yeah,
6
yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
So I need to get straight into that. Do you have anything coming up?
What's that?
Do you have anything coming up?
No.
Just this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go
yeah.
on a day-by-day basis. Nope.
Yeah. Oh, and check out my album Evil Summer. Dropped last summer.
Do I have something to promote?
Yeah, don't you have something to promote?
Oh
my god!
Remix album coming out on the 21st.
Hey, yes.
There you go.
Pre-save that.
Nice.
Thank you. Jellyfishes, the remix album.
Yeah.
EDM.
Nice.
Bet.
Yeah, we do it all over here. But okay. Yeah,
So are you ready, Jehzan?
Huh?
Are you ready?
Ready for? Oh, sure.
5 Fingers of Death.
Yeah.
what are we? What are we? Are we
Can we do that?
Oh, you really
Oh,
want
you-
to? You really want to?
I mean, we can throw something together real quick.
I mean, we're all artists here. We can just.
Okay, hold
You
on.
guys want to hop on?
Why not?
We're gonna.
Just play
So
anything.
we'll stop, and then we'll
No,
it
let's
together.
save it. I want to save it.
save what?
Let's not do that.
You don't
Okay.
want her to freestyle?
No.
Why not?
We'll save it. We'll save it for.
For show. For
Yeah.
show. For show. For
We'll get-
show.
we'll give it-
Lots
we'll-
of gems. Focus on the interview and the content.
Yeah. We'll save that. We'll save that for
Yeah.
the shows.
Yes.
Because if. Yeah, we'll save
Yeah.
that for the shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything
But
else?
just know I would be down anyway. So.
No, we know you down. We're not questioning that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
anything else?
No.
No? Okay.
We're good.
So, thank you guys for
Thank you.
listening. I'll have all her socials and everything in the bio and whatever, what have you.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're done. I'm DJ Inspekt.
I'm Sleepy How.
I'm G.
I'm Jehzan Exclusive.
And thank you for listening. Peace.
Peace. Thank you guys.